And now the new year is fresh for business and investments, and for us on the program, Capital Markets, it's necessary to gaze into the future with respect to capital markets holistically. So our first guest for the year, who will also help us to do this job, is the Chief Executive at Lead Securities and Investments Company, Mr. Dolapo Ashiru. It's always a pleasure to have you on Capital Markets. Welcome again, and Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year also. Okay.
Right, great. So last year we noticed that the equity markets, which is the most popular, about the most popular in the Nigerian capital market, closed at a negative of 6.17%, and we see that quite a number, almost all the sectors, ended in the south, but for the banking sector, which came in at 2.2%. What can you tell us more?
Yeah, first of all, the Nigerian Stock Exchange mirrors the economy. So automatically, if you're having challenges in the Nigerian economy, it will reflect in the capital market because the stocks quoted in the Nigerian Stock Exchange are operating in the same economy. So since we're in a recession, it's obvious that there will be challenges with stocks quoted on Nigerian Stock Exchange. But I mean, we're looking at a more prosperous, we're cautiously optimistic that 2017 will be better for the capital market because we're seeing that towards the next half of 2017, we'll start seeing recovery in the economy, which also reflects in the performances of companies quoted in Nigerian Stock Exchange.
Well, give me a sense of why you're so optimistic about 2017. We've had recession. Only a few analysts agree that we will be seeing recovery in 2017.
Yeah, one of the major reasons are as follows. First of all, we're seeing an increase in the price of crude oil, which is a major source of foreign exchange income. We're also speculating, we're also projecting that we'll see a higher oil production in Nigeria. I mean, last year, the oil production was between 1.3 million and 1.7 most of the year. Yeah. But this year, we're looking at about an average of at least 1.92 million for the whole year, and higher crude oil prices. That alone will bring more revenue into the foreign exchange reserve. And apart from that also, we're also looking that government will also make some policy decisions that will also benefit the economy.
Talking about that policy side, a lot of investors don't seem to have confidence in this administration enough to bring their money to the markets, their foreign, or whether foreign or domestic portfolios, investments.
Yeah, the government is actually aware of that, and they're taking steps to restore confidence, especially the confidence with international investors into our economy. Nigeria is too big a market for foreigners to ignore. But the problem now is that they're having issues concerning government policies, but those policies are being addressed now to make Nigeria more investor-friendly, thereby bringing in FPIs and FDIs into the economy. Okay,
so like you've said, we're going to be seeing oil price at $60 per barrel. We have benchmarked at 40-something naira for oil in our budget of 2017. But then again, the equity markets saw the banking sector ending at a positive of 2.2% last year. With the level of exposure that they have to the oil and gas sector in Nigeria, what do you think we will be seeing? Do you think we'll be seeing the banks trying to recover their debts from companies that are owing them, or we will be seeing more lending to this sector?
First of all, Nigerian banking stocks are the most liquid stocks in sub-Saharan Africa. We should understand that first of all. And in sub-Saharan Africa, the three major exchanges are Nigerian Stock Exchange, Nairobi Stock Exchange, and the GSC, Johannesburg Stock Exchange. The largest by far is GSC, followed by Nigeria. Now, concerning the banking sector, yes, there's a large exposure of banks, especially to oil and gas companies, which is part of the reasons why banks are posting high NPLs, non-performing loans. But gradually, within the second half of the year, we'll start seeing recovery concerning that, because we're projecting that by the second half of the year, that with the projected average price of crude oil being high, that we'll start seeing recovery in that sector.
Okay, let's get more forward-looking. 2017 budget wants to see more borrowings domestically and externally, and we've seen that the bonds market didn't perform so well toward the end of last year, except for the treasury bills segment. What kind of performance are you expecting as a security market operator this time?
Yeah, we're going to see more people going towards bonds going forward because, for example, the government DMO just brought out a statement saying that they intend to sell 430 billion naira worth of bonds in Q1 1 of this year. So we're going to see a lot of activity in the bond sector going
forward. But some people will disagree with you. Some analysts like you will disagree that, come on, we're not going to be seeing more sentiment in that side of the market.
Well, first of all, the rates are very, very attractive, and it will definitely bring investors to that market also. And Nigerian, and also the ratings of our bonds is also quite high for an African country.
Okay, let's move a little bit to the NASD OTC. Toward the end of last year, we saw more sentiment, we saw improved sentiment. But I mean, for the first week that we've seen this year, it looks like the market suddenly went down. I know you, of course, trade more on the NASD OTC as well. So talk to us about what the market will look like for this year on the NASD platform.
Yeah, first of all, NSC is making aggressive marketing towards getting more companies to list on their board.
LMC is one of the companies coming on board.
So that will all go well for them also. And the fact that there's also a legislation that companies that are PLC but unquoted, they can only sell their shares on a recognized stock exchange. So that will bring more activities to the NSC board.
No, okay. I think we have just a few oil and gas companies listed on that market. You think they will do much better this year as well? Oil at $60 per barrel.
They'll do better now, especially companies like Nigerian Delta Exploration Company. They'll do better now.
Okay, so let's take a break right now, and when we come back, Dolapo Ashiru will be talking to us on regulations and enforcement in the Nigerian capital market. We'll be back after this timeout.